Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new around here, hi, I'm Mackenzie. Today's video is going to be me answering all of you guys' questions about my wedding that was this past weekend, and I'm so excited to get into it. You guys asked me these questions on Instagram, so if you're not already following me, be sure to follow me. I'll leave the link down below. That way if I do another Q&A, you don't get your questions missed. Let me just start by saying that our wedding weekend was absolutely perfect. We got married on October 14th. My husband, that's weird, Bryce and I had the absolute most amazing weekend and day. I want to give a big shout out to my mother and my sister, who were such a big part of planning and really just helped make the weekend so special. But I can't wait to answer you guys' questions. Y'all asked so many good ones, which I was really excited about. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so the first question is, did you and Bryce do a first look? No, our first look was literally when I walked down the aisle, which I think is really special. I could tell Bryce was so excited. He had never seen my dress or anything before, so just seeing it all together, me with my veil, it was just really special. It was the first time I saw him all day, which was really cool. Next question is, what registry items do you actually love / items gifted not on your registry? I think my favorite registry item we have is actually our trash can. We got like the simple human trash can. It's just like the nicest trash can I've ever seen in my life. I love the trash bags that come with it. It's a very expensive trash can, which is why I'm super thankful we got it as a registry gift. Probably one of my favorite gifts that I got that was not on our registry, my friend and bridesmaid got me a little bouquet charm that was a picture of me and my grandmother who has passed away. Yeah, I was very emotional when I got that gift because it allowed me to put her charm on my bouquet so she was walking down the aisle with me. And I also picked up one from the same shop that she got it from for Bryce's grandfather who has passed away, so they were both on my bouquet with me, and that was just like the most special, thoughtful gift, and I am gonna cherish that forever. Next question is there anything you wish you would have thought out / planned out better before the wedding? I'm gonna say not really, because I feel like everything really was so perfect. However, I did have like a slight issue with the DJ. I didn't really know going into talking to vendors how particular I could be. I was like, I know I'm paying them to be at my wedding and do what I want, but also like I don't want to take away all of their creative control. So there's a like certain type of music I wanted played for cocktail hour / dinner while everybody was eating, and they did not play what I wanted. They were playing like top hits, which was fine. Like, I don't think most people noticed, but I noticed. I don't know. I think that was the only thing I probably would do different, is just be a little more firm in what I wanted and not be scared to like take away someone's creative freedom, because I was the one paying for it and it was my wedding and I wanted it a certain way. But overall, it did not take away from the whole day. Just something that I would advise you, if you're a bride, to just stand firm in what you want and be sure you're picking vendors that are okay with you being picky and particular, because it's your one wedding day. So the next question is, did you guys dance to any Disney song or have any Disney music during the reception? No, we did not have any Disney music at the reception. It was more of like a hype crowd, and none of the Disney songs really would have fit that, or none of my guests probably would have known it. However, the song I walked down the aisle to, my favorite song in the whole world, is La Vie en Rose, when Louis Armstrong is singing it. Like, that's my favorite version. And as I was searching for it, I didn't really want a song with words in it. So when I was searching, I found that there was like a Wall-E instrumental piano version of La Vie en Rose that I guess is in the movie. I don't remember it, but I need to go back and watch it. But that is the version I used. So a little Pixar was thrown into the wedding, which was absolutely perfect. Next question is, curious about your schedule. Did you do a first look? One location for ceremony and reception. I already answered the first look, but we did have the same location for our ceremony and reception, which I think was amazing. Our ceremony was upstairs, and then everyone moved downstairs for cocktail hour, and then downstairs was also where our like actual reception was, like dinner and dancing and photo booth and stuff like that. It was perfect doing that. I loved that no one had to get in their car, drive to a separate location, that everything was right there, and it made it really easy for us to take pictures and stuff. We just like went right outside, and then we were right back at the venue whenever we were ready to head back in. As far as the rest of the schedule goes, we started getting ready as far as the bridesmaids at about 10:30, 11-ish. We had lunch and then started getting ready. We were completely dressed by 2, and then we started taking pictures like just with us. Our photographer and videographer left, took pictures of Bryce and his groomsmen and his family at the venue, and then the ceremony started at 5. It was over by 5:30. Everyone had cocktail hour until 6:30 while we were taking pictures with bridal party, family, and then us. And then the actual reception started at 6:30. We had our first dance, dinner, father-daughter dance, and then the dance floor opened and we were out by 10:15. It was a perfect flow. I was not stressed about the schedule at all, which is like what Bryce was the most worried about for me. He was like, you're gonna be trying to keep us on schedule. My wedding planner did that for us. She was like, okay, we got 20 minutes, take a couple more pictures and then we're heading in. But it was perfect. I really liked the schedule I made, and I took a lot of time to make the schedule in advance. That way, when it came to the day of, it was like the most perfect version of the schedule that I could get, and I wasn't worried about it at all. Okay, next question was anything you didn't expect come up. I think this is just kind of the importance of having a wedding planner. There was really nothing that happened that I ever had to deal with myself on the wedding day. My wedding planner, Rebecca, was so amazing in that anyone could go to her with any problems that they had. That way they didn't have to worry me or Bryce or my mom. We really could just enjoy the day. So I highly recommend getting a wedding planner. Like there was a couple times where like the lights needed to be turned down so everybody could dance and not feel like there were spotlights on them. I never had to say anything. Rebecca just made it happen, and I think that's really the importance of having like a day of coordinator at least. She was more of like a week of coordinator. I kind of planned all the early things, and then she took over the week of calling vendors, confirming times, and then like really just making sure the day ran smoothly. So definitely recommend that because I did not see any problems, which was great. Next question is big wedding party. Who were your bridesmaids? Yes, I had a really big wedding party. I had 10 bridesmaids. 2 of them were like a maid of honor and a matron of honor. Madison, my sister, was my maid of honor, and then my best friend since we were little was my matron. She got married in July. I knew a lot of people were gonna be like, why are you having so many? But when it came down to it, those were just the people I wanted with me on my wedding day. It came to the point where I was like, I could have a smaller bridal party, but every single person that is in these 10 people, like I would invite to get ready with me. I would want there like at my bachelorette trip. I would want at my rehearsal dinner. So it was like, why not make them a bridesmaid? And Bryce did have 7 groomsmen, so it was pretty even. My maid and matron walked down by themselves, and then we had an usher walk down like the extra person to make it even when everyone was walking. So I loved having a big bridal party. We felt so loved and hyped up the entire weekend, just having all of our people really close to us, and I'm so thankful that all of my friends and family were like super happy to be a part of it. Next question was, how big was your wedding? We had 130 guests attend the wedding. That includes Bryce and I. We invited about 160, 170. A lot of those people were people that live pretty far out of town, like family members that we knew wouldn't be able to make it, but we wanted them to still feel a part of it. Our guest list was perfect. I know it wasn't a small wedding, but it wasn't a huge wedding either. Next question was favorite decor piece from your wedding. I don't know if it's a decor piece as much as it is just like a prop that we had. We did the After the Tone audio guest book, and it was so much fun. I cannot wait to get those voicemails back. If you don't know what it is, it's like an old rotary phone. I'll put a picture of it with like the flowers and stuff on the table. It is an old rotary phone that people can pick up, leave a voicemail, and you'll get the voicemails like later. I cannot wait to get those voicemails. We saw people there all night long. It was like a very big priority for me because my matron of honor did it at her wedding, and she was like, it is the best thing. Encourage people all night because like we wanted more. They made a date night out of listening to them, so I highly recommend that. Actually, something really fun, we did a private last dance, so everyone was out lining up for our send-off, and we did a private dance, and then right after it ended we went to the phone and like left a little message, and I cannot wait to hear it back because we were like so like zoned in, and I don't even remember what we said, but I just know it's gonna be really sweet, so I can't wait to hear that. Question is, what makeup styles did you try out before your final look? I tried out none. I'm someone that does not wear makeup on a daily basis. I'm terrible with makeup. I really struggled to find someone to do my makeup because I didn't want anything dramatic, but one of my old high school teachers volunteered. She does wedding makeup like on the side, and she knows me so well and knows what I wanted so well. So we decided on a really natural, glowy, just enhanced feature makeup look, and it was perfect with like the little old Hollywood waves. I just loved the look. Felt very classic, very timeless, and I felt very pretty all day. Next question is, how did you decide on how many people were coming? This is a really good question. So we decided how many people were coming because I picked a small venue on purpose. Most of the venues in my hometown like hold 200 plus people, and they're not really made for smaller weddings. So the venue I picked is kind of like a shotgun style location. If you know like New Orleans housing, it's like basically long going this way and not as like wide. So it was perfect for smaller weddings under like 150, under 175. And I'm so happy we did that because we really invited people we are close to, that we talked to. It felt very intimate and very special. And I'm very happy we had a venue that could accommodate and kind of held us to a smaller invite list, if that makes sense. So it was perfect. All right, next question is, how long did it take for you to find your dress? I'm gonna insert a picture of my dress right here because I am obsessed with it. I'll tell you guys the story of how I got it. So I made an appointment at 2 of the bridal shops in my hometown. I took 2 of my bridesmaids, my sister, and my mom with me to go shopping for the dress. And we tried on probably about 8 to 10 different dresses, and they were beautiful, and there were some that I really loved, but still hadn't found like the one. And I was like, okay, maybe at the next shop I'll find it. Well, then as I was walking each time, like I would go to the dressing room, walk out to try on a dress. Every time I would walk back, there was this dress on the rack that I thought was so beautiful and so pretty, but I kind of felt like maybe my bridal consultant didn't pull it for me because it was like really out of my budget or some like crazy reason. And when I went back to the dressing room, one of my bridesmaids, Caitlin, walked up to my bridal consultant and was like, we want her to try on that dress. I had never said anything to them about it, but they had been looking at it too, and that ended up being the dress. And she didn't pull it because it was like a fabric that I kind of said I maybe didn't want, but I'd never tried one on, so I didn't know, and it ended up being the dress. So my biggest advice to you, if you are wedding dress shopping or going with your friend wedding dress shopping, tell them or tell yourself, try on different styles, different fabrics, different things that maybe you think you might not want. If we wouldn't have seen that dress right there, they would have never pulled it for me because it wasn't the fabric that I wanted, but it ended up being the perfect dress and I love it so much. I need to go get it clean because it got so dirty, and I want to kind of preserve it and like keep it, that way I can always like look back on that dress and that memory, and I just loved it. Oh my gosh, I love my dress so much. Okay, next question is, what was your favorite moment of the wedding? Just kind of thinking about this, there's like one moment that really is standing out to me. Right after the ceremony, all of the bridal party kind of exited behind us. We were all there talking, and then they were releasing the guests. So Bryce and I were like, oh, we need to tuck away so we don't get stopped and people try to take a bunch of pictures with us or talk to us when we're about to go do our family photos. So we like went around the corner to this like little hallway, and it was just us. There's no camera, no videographer, no one was around, and we just kind of like talked to each other for the first time, seeing each other all day, and just were like, oh my gosh, like can you believe it? We were showing each other our rings, and we had like a really special like 5 minutes to ourselves, and I think it was like one of the best parts of the entire wedding. It was something that was not scheduled at all. It was just waiting for guests to leave the space so we could take pictures, and I am so thankful that we had that time. I would definitely schedule that time if you can. If you're getting married, just like 5 to 10 minutes to just be with each other, not taking pictures, not doing anything like that, and just really letting it sink in that you just got married. It was probably my favorite memory from the wedding. I had a lot of questions about our honeymoon, where we were going, if we were doing Disney, things like that, so I'll kind of walk you guys through that. If you guys don't know, Bryce is opening up his own company starting in January, and he's in the training process right now. Very intense. He's not allowed to leave the country at all during this time. He has to be like available for calls like Monday through Friday at all times of the day. He had to get it approved to even get off for like our rehearsal dinner and to work from my hometown, so it's very strict. And of course, he took this job after our wedding was set. If we would have known he would have had this job, we might have pushed the wedding to like next year, but we already had our wedding date. We were very excited about it, and we didn't want to move our wedding, so we were just gonna do like an anniversary moon, which I'm really excited about. We can go anywhere because at that point he will be in his job and he'll be his own boss and can kind of make his own hours and do vacation when he needs to. But we also just have a lot of trips coming up in the next year that we're excited to celebrate on, and it's been really nice, like after the wedding, coming back to our apartment, just relaxing. We have been around people and doing a lot of social interaction the last couple of weeks, just getting ready for the wedding. So we've really just been enjoying just time together at our apartment and just soaking in married life. We are planning a Disney trip next year. It's not going to be our official honeymoon. I think we're going to go somewhere probably tropical, like for our anniversary moon in October. And then we are doing a Disney trip together in December, which I'm so excited about. Not this December, next December. And I also am trying to book us a Disneyland trip too, to go probably in like the early months of 2024. So we have a lot of fun things planned together, and I am very excited excited for it. I think that answered pretty much every question that you guys asked. I really appreciate you guys just being so excited for us and really celebrating us. Your love that you showed us on Instagram was so sweet, and I can't wait to show you even more pictures and videos and stuff from the wedding. We are just so happy and so excited. It feels so crazy to say that I have a husband, and he's the most perfect husband in the world already, and I cannot wait to see all of the adventures and stuff we get up to together as husband and wife. So before I start getting emotional, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like this video if you haven't already and subscribe down below so you don't miss the next one. Don't forget that my sister and I are going on a Disney trip in like a little over a month, so we have so much Disney content coming soon, and I cannot wait to share that with you guys. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you real soon. Bye!